Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's day one of the Northumberland adventure. As you've probably already gathered, most of the videos this week are going to be about the historic county bingo challenge, and we passed through Durham on the way here, and we're in Northumberland now for a few days. I've just got a little bit of catching up to do with regards to the bingo sheet. It's been a right day. Deary me, done about 20,000 steps. I'm still not, we might not get them all. Need to do a bit more research, I think, when I get home. But I've pretty much got the gist of what we've seen over the last couple of days. So without further ado, we'll make a start on these new bingo sheets. I think there's an awful lot to do. We've seen so much today, and I probably won't really work out fully what we've done until I get home and start looking at the hours of video footage that we have. But I'll make a start on these. So let's start off with Durham. And it really doesn't count, does it? But we'll put, we visited the county town inadvertently yesterday. I got lost at the start of the first video on the trip. Durham, and that was on the 16/3/26. We didn't stop. We was gonna do a sculpture there, the Angel of the North. We didn't really see it, so I'll leave that for another day. So the main reason of our visit Northumberland. What a day. Hope I've spelt it right. Right, we'll start with yesterday. So we crossed the River Tyne, didn't we? On the A1 viaduct. We'll put that down as Northumberland. That could be Gateshead or Northumberland, couldn't it? It's called the Bladen Bridge. It was on the 16th of the 3rd, 26. That's a 17-span structure. Forms part of the Western Bypass for Newcastle. Opened in 1990. That was it yesterday. Today, what a day. Let's go through them. Independent bookshop. Place called Barter Books. In Alnwick. It's in the old railway station building. It's magnificent bookshop, really. You could spend the whole day there. And since when last time, which was about 20 years ago, they've got a nice cafe and everything now. And I went for 3 things and I got 2 of them. One was the series of books that we're using for this challenge. I had a right job finding them, and then I found them at the last minute. This one doesn't have a big map in the back like the one that I have for Yorkshire, but it does show you the scale of the county and the Scottish borders, and it also shows you the Scottish counties that we might visit one day. But yeah, what a coastline. What a coastline. And as you can see, the boundary between Durham and Northumberland is the River Tyne. None of this Tyne and Wear nonsense that you have now. And the county town for Northumberland is Alnwick, which is where we spent most of today. But then moved on for a short time to Bamborough, which is there. So, industrial heritage, no. River, yes. We saw the River Aln at Alnwick in the last video. Trig Point, no. Wildcard, no. Museum or library. We went to Alnwick Library in the Playhouse. Which has a theatre, tourist information point, who was very helpful to me, and a cafe. We had a nice lunch in there, which you'll have seen on the last video. Castle, well, we've been spoiled, haven't we, today? Alnwick Castle and Bamborough Castle. 17/3/26, tick, tick, tick. There was another bookshop in Alnwick, an independent one, a small one, and I was a bit disappointed I didn't get there. County Sign and Milepost. Saw a brilliant one with the Northumberland bit at the top, but couldn't find anywhere to park. So we'll keep looking for those. No. Listed building, what did I decide? Alnwick Church. Alnwick Church is grade 1 listed, and from the 15th century. What do my notes say? It's St Michael's. It was on the site of a 12th century Norman church, and prior to that there was an 8th century Saxon church, possibly. But as I say, it's grade 1 listed, and you've seen it in the last video. Viewpoint, no. Cathedral, no. County town. I've spent the whole day in Alnwick, which historically is the county town of Northumberland. That was on the 17th of 26. That was on the 17th of the 3rd, 26. Great place, if ever you get a chance to go. Local delicacy. That's what I asked the ladies at the tourist information. Craster kippers, they said. There's a local rum. There's a local cheese, apparently. And then there's something else that I can't remember the name of, which is basically deep fried potato with cheese in it, which sounds gorgeous. So I'm going to try and track that down. Waterfield, no. Battlefield, Friday. Telephone box, Bamborough. Preserved box. Not used for anything. Old pub. Well, we passed 2 of those, didn't we? but we didn't go in them, so I'm not going to count them. I'm going to stick to the sort of rule that for an old pub to count, you've got to go in it. But you'll see both those pubs, or you'll have seen them on the video. Railway Heritage, Alnwick Old Railway Station, which is Barter Books now. Village Pondo Green, no famous road. Sculpture. I was quite thrilled about this. This was the grave of Grace Darling. I've explained it, I think, more in the video in Churchyard of St Aidan's Church, Bamborough. That was the original ones in the church. They built out of a stone that soon weathered, and then they replaced it outside with a newer one, and it was quite a cool thing to see. Market Cross and Square, we saw both in Alnwick, and bridge. I did it wrong, didn't I? The river was the River Tyne and the River Aln, and the bridge was the River Tyne A1 viaduct. 17326, and also the Lion Bridge in Alnwick, and I'm sure I've told you already the history of those. What's the I'll do this one next. The War Memorial, Alnwick. Very impressive memorial, really. Unfortunately, it's found itself stuck on a flipping busy roundabout. But yeah, I thought it was quite impressive. And we did local legend. It's called the Dirty Bottles Pub. I'll correct this later if I'm wrong. And I probably told you the story in the video, but basically, did the landlord drop dead? And his wife blamed the windows, said they were cursed, and that if anybody was to ever clean them again, they would also die. And so they've been left. And as I say, that's on the video. So there we go, guys. We've day one, and we've done quite a lot. And I'm sure I might have missed some. And if I have missed some, then let me know, and I'll come back to it and fill this out later. So we've started Durham. Well, that's a bit of a cheat, isn't it? Putting Durham down, but we did go to Durham, so we got it started. But Durham's close enough to go up in the day, I think, for a day out. But I'm pleased with this. We've got a couple more days up here. And I got my books, which I'm pretty thrilled about. This one was even written in, I think. Yeah. 1974. Huh. Gave me a nice Nice bookmark. So thanks for watching, guys, and just wanted to make that little update. I'll tag it on to the end of the day's proceedings. Either add it onto a video or I'll put it on as a separate video, but at least I'm going to try and keep on top of this, filling the bingo sheets out. And as always, if I've missed anything, shout up, let me know, and I'll put it on later. But it's time for tea. It's been a long day. Ciao.